this fight. I think I can climb up this cliff. I wonder if there's anything interesting at the top. An old Karja watchtower. I wonder what's inside. A dyer can make use of this. thought a dyer would be interested in this. Okay, almost there. Some kind of device. The metal reflects the sun. To send a signal? Looks like some kind of lens. Guess I'll keep it for later. There's another watchtower on the other side of the valley. I wonder if it's got a lens at the top. I can almost see the entire... I can almost see the entire valley up here. Must be chain scrape. Drew said I could get my bow upgraded in there. I'll be able to tinker with my other gear too. Dead machine. It must be a bristleback. Maybe Errand took it down? Gates must be shut because of the bristlebacks. I should look for another entrance. Looks like this gate's shut too. There has to be one that's open.
Outlander approaching. Is that the Savior? Wanna come in, Savior? Welcome to Chainscrape, Savior.
Open up, guys. Jorv's orders.
Good enough for me.
By the Forge.
Petra?
Aloy, what are you doing here? About time there was something worth looking at in this dump.
It's nice to see you too.
And not a moment too soon. Come on. Damn brewery's the only thing I can count on in this place.
Yeah, I heard. Machines, work stoppage.
Oh, those are just the latest malfunctions. Chainscrape's always been a few tools short of a kit. And right there is the biggest tool of all.
Our land, not our problem. The bristlebacks are everybody's problem.
Roland?
You've heard of him,
Yeah.
but he's a story best told over a cold beer.
Petra. I'm just passing through. I'm headed west.
Oh,
There's an embassy at Barren Light I need to make happen, and then I keep moving.
ah, of course. Bigger gears to grind. Well, Flamehair, good to see you. You've got to move on.
Petra.
But if you want a cold beer and a few laughs with an old friend, come find me at the brewery. Your choice.
Well, this Olvan guy sounds like trouble. Maybe Petra could use some support. But first things first, I need to find that workbench and upgrade my bow.
We are on the same side here, Olva. The bristlebacks threaten us all.
What do you want, my dear Majesty? If you want that whistle, remove the bristlebacks. Face it.
Hi.
Savior, what auspicious timing. Might we discuss a matter of importance to the Sundom?
We might. Later.
Very well. I shall be waiting.
So, the Savior herself. Walloper of Derval, Gutter of Hughes.
Maybe.
I've heard many tales of your beauty and heroics, my fierce lady warrior. Olfant Freehold, at your service. So, what could have dragged you away from the fine silks and wine of Meridian to this smudge of a settlement? Your saviorly attention must be needed elsewhere.
I'm here for the embassy and...
The embassy? Why, by the Forge. Ah. Greater gears for greater matters. Guess that means you'll be moving on.
Once I've dealt with any problems around here that need my saviorly attention.
Ah, the bristlebacks, of course. Got to get rid of them if you want that embassy to take place. Well, best get to it, hey? And off you go.
Not so fast. You don't seem to have a high opinion.
Well, I refuse to play when my fellow laborer intimidated and...
How noble of you.
Noble. Ha! Nobody handed me anything or dropped off everything I've achieved. I've done.
And where...
The Carja risked nothing, while demanding that someone had to step up.
You...
Indeed I did. Until the Carja clean up their mess, I'm not risking all...
Fair deal.
It's not much. It's on behalf of who do all the backbreaking work. Well, all we're asking for is for a land worked by...
Right.
Only an amount appropriate.
Where's the whistle?
Right in the middle of town, but with the threat out there, I'm not in...
I'm going to clear out... And when I'm done, this...
If that's what it takes.
Just be ready to... Better see what that Carja magistrate... wanted. I bet he's in the tavern.
Don't you have somewhere better?
Help Corvin and...
What happened to you?
That damn mine won't be the last injury if Olvin...
What mine?
Northeast to change. I told Corvin we should... But...
How about you slow... You mentioned you were...
Yeah, Corvin and the others were up as soon as their blast. Might have dodged it if we were pushing too...
And you're afraid Corvind and the...
Mm-hmm.
How come old...
Tried telling Olvin he brought in all the backing to get him open. Fire and spit.
Who's Corvind?
He's their foreman, the kind that knows how to deal with man. But Olvin... Corvin's been doing his best to... He even blamed himself for my injury.
Sounds like a good...
That's why we all put up with the long... But if the whole mine... I'd rather suffer Olvin.
I could check in on...
Workbenches.
Shop looks closed.
Yep.
Can I still use the workbench?
I ain't gonna stop you. Sister! Over here!
This should be useful. Now I just need to find Erend and help him clear the bristlebacks.
Hey, Mildef. Mildef. Kept me going for a... Felt like I could have put a...
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Sounds like you're serving a...
Not again.
I think you have me
Oven.
No.
Oh, my apologies. Now, since I'm in the midst of a crisis, perhaps...
Some of your...
Of course.
Are Ulvin's people...
Oh, yeah, but the equipment I need to make my... And don't get me started on the... Oh,
And if...
I make meals.
How did you end up...
Heard about a new and upcoming... Where there's a... So, some of these people... Anyway, next thing I knew...
Your last customer mentioned where I'm headed. I could...
I would be happy to oblige it.
But
my special group, without it, I can't... I hate to think what'll happen when I'm... Even if I... Unless...
what do you need?
For the ingredient, a few pieces of decent wild meat. That'll do. As for the until I can have a new... You'd likely find one in a scrounger pile. Don't worry, I'll clean... You'll have no issue finding boars and bitter... Assuming you're as much a hunter-gatherer.
Thanks, Milda.
So, that's...
And don't let any...
If you say so.
Aloy, change your mind about that
Hey,
brew?
Ray. Fancy
Savior! Over here! Savior, thank you for taking the time. And
I've dealt with worse. It's...
The idea that the Karja purposely let... It's completely absurd. But the louder and longer he says it, the more support he'll get for his damned...
How did...
No one knows for sure. But unless they have... I don't see how they could have come...
No other way...
The only way I... Look, if you help me...
How did...
I asked for the posting, overseeing the entire... It was an honor.
But your job would be a lot easier, like Ulvin...
Ulvin's not going anywhere. He's been around longer than I have. Even Oh, I'll find... I have to.
What is this...
He wants the Sundom to... Only the portions, mind you, that produce...
Let me guess. Because...
Exactly. He could secure more investment.
He can't get those investments?
No. Not while there's a... Hence, why the concession is... And why blaming the... No matter how absurd...
You said the bristle...
Yes, according to Sid, the ground... He took off and...
Good place to start looking.
If you learn the truth, maybe Ulvund will stop blaming... And maybe then, he'll act...
Come for that beer after all. Get a pint. Wasn't expecting...
Since when do I do?
There. Fire and... Won't fix the forge, but at least I...
Like what?
Take your pick. We got bodies to bury. Ulvin grading the gears. Hey! What? Nothing a cold brew and knocking some heads...
So the Where did they come from?
That's the thing. They just showed up one day, rampaging, lost some good people. But I heard talk of some
Did they come through here?
Stop by briefly for supplies. Won't be able to crank it to his advantage
But how could Bristlebacks...
2 words. Concession decree. Ulvind has taken to blame. He's hoping to dig up enough until the concession... This is just his late. He's been trying to rile up the work.
And people actually...
Lots of folks suffered. Give him half a reason.
Damn Karjas.
I thought you'd be back.
Well, after the big battle, but realized it was running... Heard about the rebuilding out at Barren Light. Been scraping by...
You could always...
And go back east. Besides, someone's got to be a squeaky wheel for...
So about...
Around here,
how'd he end up...
He got here early, like he knew rebuilding Barren Light. So he jangled purses, getting investors to front claims on anything in the Daunt. That thing is, all the bankers back and the Sun King can revoke. That's why he's dead.
This concession
It's pegged.
A writ that would put all Osram claims, even though they're on... It would mean that any stone and timber claims couldn't be revoked by the Karja. No more risk, no more hesitation for a claim to pour in the shards. And since Ulvind has a stick, it would make him richer than not to mention Chainscrape would become an so he could buy enough votes to call... He's a sly old bat. Figures if he keeps up the pressure...
Well, I have to be going.
Anytime, Flame.
Come to revel in some strike, sister?
I was just passing by.
First timer, huh? Don't worry about it. Well, aren't you in... I got an extra set. A Tanakh... Oh, sit. I'll give you something special if you... All right, let's start off simple. The Tanakhs like to say that Machine Strike is a game of pure strategy. We each get a set of pieces. Each piece represents a kind of machine, and each machine is worth a different number of victory points. And to win the game, you'll need to gain 7 victory points by destroying the opponent's machines. It can be tricky remembering the details of every machine, so we use these notes to keep track of them. You see that number on the top right corner? That there is how many victory points you'll get for destroying that machine. Notes also tell you how far a piece can move, how powerful their attacks are, the distance they can strike from, and of course, their health. Okay, that's enough for now. Let's just play. I'll explain the rest as we go. I own the board, so I get to choose who goes first. Since this is your first time, I'll let you go. Usually you get to choose which pieces to set on the board, but this will do for now. Pick up that machine piece to your right, and move it forward. And remember, each machine can only move a certain distance. Take a look at your notes if you need a reminder. Easy enough, huh? Now, you get to move 2 machines each round. Perfect. There's not much else to do for now, so just end your turn. We're forging onwards. Let me move my pieces here. And we're back to you. This time, why don't you try attacking one of my pieces? Try with that machine on your right first. Now move the piece. When performed, you'll be testing your machine's combat power against the opponent's. A machine's combat power is and its own attack. This board only has grassland terrain, and your current machine has 2 points of attack power. So in total, your machine, since my machine isn't the one attacking, and just like your machine, so right now, the difference in this means your machine can do 2 points of damage to my machine. Did you get all that? Knew you were a smart one. Finish up by attacking. Not pulling any punches, huh? Now grab that second machine of yours. See how your machine can't move close enough to attack mine? You can make your machine sprint. That lets it move 1 space further. Try it out. Downside to sprinting is that your machine can no longer attack. Now, some players like to take a risk and overcharge their machine in cases like this. Overcharging lets you attack after a sprint, but it will damage your machine's health by 2 points. So use at your own discretion. Let's try doing that now so you can see what I mean. That's about it for your turn then. Now, I'll let you in on a neat trick. That machine of yours, the one closest to me, grab a hold of it. Same as in the wilds, machines have both armored points and weak points. You can see them marked on the pieces. Blue shows where their armor is thickest. Hit them there and you'll do some damage, but not a lot. Now, red shows the machine's weak points. Hit those and you'll deal a mighty blow. Here, let me show you. Rotate that piece so your machine faces mine. Now let that machine... Off the board she goes, and there's your first victory points. You don't have 7 of them yet, so let's keep going. Your machine attacked mine, but hasn't moved yet. Go ahead and move downwards towards my remaining piece. You've already attacked a machine and moved your piece. But if you overcharge your machine, you can attack a second time. And by the look of your machine's health, you'd be sacrificing your piece to defeat mine. But sometimes, that can be a good thing. Overcharge your machine to attack mine a second time, and I'll show you what I mean. Ain't that a thrill? Now, because your machine was knocked out at the same time as mine, we both get the victory points our machines are worth. Good news is, since you're the one attacking, you're gonna receive your victory points before I do. Which means you can reach the coveted 7 victory points first. That's why sometimes losing a piece can be the best way to end a game in your favor. Now, you'll notice you didn't get quite up to 7 victory points this time, but you did destroy all my pieces. That means you're the winner! That wasn't so hard, was it? Just remember to always check for the best terrain to attack from. You'd be surprised the advantage you can gain over an opponent like that. I know it saved my behind in a game or two.
I'll try and remember that.
Oh, these are all my spare pieces. It's a small set, but it should be enough to get you in on. You might even fancy looking out for them strike. They've got all kinds of unique pieces, though they'll need the right material. Or you might find them in the wilds. No, I've lost my fair share of pieces. Or brew hopping. No need to thank me, always. Now, if you feel like playing, I could even teach you a few more tricks.
Thanks.
Come back anytime, Red.
Eyes up here, brother!
Got somewhere to be. Sorry.
Hammer to your head. I'll keep some fire crackling for you.
You wanted to...
Well, you know better than anyone, and not just a name's Oder. Best place to practice Say, you, the savior of Meridian.
Who?
The Enduring. I've heard the Tanakh. It's either and only the very best from...
So, to find the Enduring, I should look for these...
You'll have to go far if you... 3 clans? 3? My guess is you'd have to beat all of them if the Tanakh don't kill you once. But that's a far sparking. I also offer...
Who would I be fighting?
Well, I know you, but you have to beat all the others first to challenge me. Rules are rules. We only use dual blades and practice arrows, mind. These drunken fools would run themselves through otherwise. You'll have to leave everything but your spear and practice arrows at the gate. But I'll look after your gear, not to worry. So, what do you say?
I might be.
That's what I like to...
What happened to that hammer you
wish you were beer. Anyone see where I put my drink? Anyone? Sharp as ever.
Looks like some sort of quarry. Gerald said the bristlebacks were first spotted west of the quarry. I should see if there's anything in the back of the valley. To my stash. To the bristleback by the falls. Now check it out. It looks like it died on impact. Maybe it charged off the cliff up there. I better keep following the trail up. old mine. And a lot of broken trees. It's like a stampede went through. Is this where the bristlebacks came from? But how? Unless this cave leads out of the Daunt. I'll stash this away for later. The old cart tracks collapsed. It looks recent. Guess I'm not going that way. Bristlebacks. So they did come through here. They must have gotten trapped. I'm gonna have to take them out before I can look around. Dead bristleback down there? The cart tracks must have given way under it. There's smoke from deeper in the mine. An explosion? Shotgun arc in handy. Could teach me how to avoid these machines. Better take a look at where the smoke's coming from. There's a lot of smoke. Looks like mine one's pretty far back. Blaze down there. was a dead end. Bristlebacks must have collapsed these tracks too. Here to blast a mountain open. And there's a note on one of the barrels. This note's addressed to Olvend. Looks like this mine was supposed to be shut down. They must have gotten greedy. Kept blasting deeper into the mountain. I should let Javad know what I found.
What?
Picked up the bristleback trail. Looks like they stampeded up.
The mine?
I'm not sure.
For the love of Dawn, those tunnels, they run for No, you don't think.
That Olvend's blasting opened up a...
Perhaps, if this is true, an inquiry. So...
All right, I need to go.
Of course.
If I'm gonna find out where the bristlebacks came from, I need to head further west. Another reason to get the embassy going?